my name is Camila Dejesus. I am your host for Conversando, and I am wildly excited for today's episode because today we have a designer, we have an artist, we have a friend of Latinitas for quite a long time, Barbara Bonato.
Hi!
I hit this so hard.
I feel like that's going to be me because I move my hands a lot when I talk.
No, I know, I feel you. But okay. So that was my introduction, but if you want to tell the people a little bit more about Breakfast Friend and who you are.
Sure, yeah. Well, first of all, thank you, Camila and Latinitas, for having me. Like Camila said, I've been a friend of Latinitas for a while now, which I'm so honored about that relationship that I've built with the community, but also the employees. You guys are amazing. You guys are the backbone of Latinitas. So I'm so happy to know you personally and also professionally. And my name is Barbara Miñarro. I'm an artist, and I am the founder and creator behind Breakfast Friend.
Who knows? What could Breakfast Friend be?
What is Breakfast Friend? So Breakfast Friend, I always joke that is my pandemic baby. I started 4 years ago, actually. Last month would have been 4 years.
Now it's 4 years.
Yes.
I think when we met, it was like 2022.
Yeah, so it would have been just 2 years when we met. Yeah.
And that's crazy how much you grew in 2 years.
Yes, yeah. Thank you. It's sometimes you just go with emotions and you don't realize. So I suggest everyone takes a moment to just think of all the things that they've accomplished during whatever time span you want to think back on. But yeah, Breakfast Friend, like I said, is my pandemic baby. And I started Breakfast Friend because I have always loved art. Like I said, I'm an artist. And prior to having my business, I was an exhibiting artist in galleries, museums, in schools, like universities, I mean. And during the pandemic, as we all know, the world shut down. So I almost felt like I was missing something. Like I wasn't creating work, and I didn't feel like that. It's gonna sound very pessimistic, but I felt like I didn't want to create work. I wasn't inspired because I was just like at home. But I started mending my clothing because I've always collected like vintage clothing and things like that. So I started looking at my purse collection, and then I was like, well, what if I merge art and fashion? Like that's two of my biggest loves. So that's how I just like started painting on purses. I also have a lot of entrepreneur friends that pushed me and inspired me to have an online business. And that's the rest is history. And I've been doing it for 4 years now. I was gonna say 2 years. No. Yeah. But yeah, it's pretty. I still can't believe that I get to call Breakfast Friend my business, my full-time job.
It's like, if you could think of an aesthetically pleasing girly pop, but like Latina, like purse thing, it's just such a brilliant business that I was a fan before I even met you. After I met you, I was just like, this person is incredible and lovely, as you will, if you haven't already, we'll see.
Thank you.
Just the coolest brand ever. I absolutely love it. And you can learn all about the starting and the beginning, because that's more what we talked about when I interviewed you for Latinitas magazine. So check that one out, because this one is going to be about these past 2 years and what we've missed. Mm-hmm. So since that, we've seen you do incredible things. You've launched new products, and you've worked with amazing brands like Fossil and Whataburger. We are going to get into it because I haven't even talked to you about it, like, because I'm just very excited about it.
You're so sweet.
No, I'm just a fan of Whataburger.
Who isn't a fan? Honestly, Whataburger is the best. Yeah,
it really is. But firstly, I just want to know. So that was where you were 2 years ago. Where have you gone since? Like, what products have you launched since? How has Breakfast Friend grown?
Breakfast Friend was founded with, like I said, my love for art and fashion. So one of my favorite accessories has always been a purse. So I started painting on purses. That's how it started. But then I felt like the medium or my paintings were calling to be produced in different mediums. So like I started making rugs, necklaces, little wallets, because I know not everyone's a purse girly or a purse boy. So I know not everyone's into purses. So I started, my sister actually started making the wallets, and I would paint on them. Yes.
That's cool.
What else have I made? yeah, I think just like jewelry and like some home goods. I also love interior design. That's something I would like to like dip my toes in.
Oh,
Yeah.
yes. Oh my God, that would be so good.
Yeah, I don't know about you, but I love a good chair. I don't know, like a good
Chairs are so expensive.
They are.
It makes me sorry. It makes me so mad because I was shopping for like a desk chair and like I don't know. I guess adulting is new to me, or it was at that time.
Oh,
but
yeah.
I did not think they would be that expensive.
They're
Just
so
Google
expensive.
chair. It is. It makes me so mad.
Yeah.
So if you could make a cute girly pop one, I would love. That
Yes.
would be crazy. Like an artsy one that's like
Yes.
wavy or something.
Almost like I would like almost like a sculpture, but that it's
Yeah,
functional.
yeah.
That's what I'm thinking, and I would love to design like a coffee table or something. Like that's I would love to go into that, but that's like maybe like a 5-year goal.
Yeah.
But yeah, I would say like right now I just mostly concentrate in making purses, necklaces, or like any type of jewelry. I've been working on bag charms, like charms for your bags or purses, and yeah, that and wallets, I would say. But so accessories. Wait, I completely forgot. I also, me and my friend, we make bows and scrunchies.
Yeah. Yes.
I'm
oh,
sorry,
and
guys.
the ones
I
that look
spiked.
like roses, they're
Yes.
so cute.
Thank you.
Yes.
I was like, I am missing something.
Yeah. A large fundamental part.
Yeah. Some of my bestsellers, I was missing those. Yeah.
So are you still working out of, because you moved here, so are you still working out of Austin, or is it like an office space, or Austin, out of your house, or office space, or like?
Yes. Well, I have a home studio.
Okay,
yes.
nice.
Yeah, I work from home, which is so nice. It facilitates my creativity because whenever I have an idea or I just have like 2 free hours, I'll just like go into my studio and paint or draw or do whatever I need to do.
That's so nice. I'm the same way with anything, like with writing. It will come to me at like 3 a.m.
Yes.
And it's always, it's like right before you fall asleep, you get your best ideas.
100%. Although that happens to me so many times, and sometimes I would like literally get out of bed and go to my studio, but then I wouldn't sleep at all. So I started like putting a little notebook next to my bedside, or is that how you say it?
Yeah. Your bedside table.
Oh yeah, bedside table. And then I would just like, if I was thinking of something, I would like draw it out or write it down. Because then, I don't know about you, but then I'll forget about ideas that I had at night.
Fully.
Yeah.
It's so frustrating because I'm I would say good at writing, but like I have a lot of ideas for songs that are not good. Like I'm not a songwriter.
I love that. I didn't know that you wrote songs.
Like
That's
poems
amazing.
and songs or whatever, and they only come to me in the middle of the night.
Of course.
And
yes.
it's like one time I had a dream and it was like, this is the best song I've ever written. Like it was in my dream. I was like, this is amazing. It's a hit. And I woke up, nothing.
No, I
lost it. So mad.
So now you need a notebook like me. Yes, yeah, because then sometimes you're like, well, and who knows if it's actually like, because I'll think of things. Yeah. No, I wasn't gonna say your idea wasn't good, but I've had ideas where I'm like, I see it in the morning and I'm just like, no.
You're like, wow. Okay.
Yeah. Or like I write keywords in my head, they're keywords, and in the morning
no
they mean
idea.
nothing.
No, I use my phone notes app right now, which I should probably get like a physical notepad because the typos, so by the time I actually read it in the morning, I'm like, I have no idea what this is, let alone like what I was trying to convey.
That's so funny.
It's so bad.
Well, even now that you bring up typos, I'll also write things like with typos, and I'm like, I wrote it, I'll understand what I wrote.
Yeah.
And then I don't.
You always have like so much faith in future you, because you're like, I'm in the present and I know, so they'll know because they're me. And it's like, no.
In the future, I'll have more knowledge about myself, so I'll understand myself. Yeah. No, doesn't happen.
So if you're writing, because I used to like paint and draw, again, not well. I like a lot of creative things.
I'm like, I feel like you're being hard on yourself.
No, I'm just like, no, be soft. but it's fun. And I have to be watching like reality TV to draw and stuff. What do you watch? Like, that's what I wanted to know.
That is so funny because I love trash TV so much.
Okay.
So much.
I have too many questions now. Like, what do you define?
I feel like we're going to be talking for hours.
Here, we'll move. What trash TV? I just have to know.
Yes, yeah. and I didn't mean it in a bad way. I love talking with you for hours. So
No. I just, yeah.
No. I get it. Yes. Okay. My favorite trash TV. Well, okay. I guess anything reality TV. But recently, like last week, I finished watching Love is Blind Mexico. Did you watch it too?
Okay, I've been watching Love is Blind UK.
I haven't watched the UK one.
Okay, I have to watch Love is Blind Mexico. I love Love is Blind.
I love Love is
Blind.
Crazy.
Yes. It's you always start with so much faith in these people, and then by the end, almost every man is just the worst.
Trash.
Just genuinely like horrible. Oh
yes, I agree.
Dang, we just missed. I'll watch Mexican.
I know, and I was gonna not watch the UK one, but I was like,
it's actually good. It's really good. Okay. Yeah, and there's like, cause like lately in the US one, there's like no couples to root for. They're all kind of. They're like, cause you always like hate. Specifically the men, sorry about it, but they're always toxic and they're always mildly like low-key abusive.
Yes.
And like genuinely. And so you just don't root for anyone. You just root that they all get divorced.
Yes, you're like, I root that they say no at the altar. Yeah.
It's like, I'm sorry. But, and then they don't. And then you're just like, well, now they're together.
Right.
But in this one, there are like two I would say two like really good couples that are just solid, and it's cool to watch.
But I did hear, hot take, that it's not as messy, and then it's not as entertaining.
I like it.
You're like, I'm there for the romance.
Yeah, a little. Like, I just don't love it doesn't go to the abuse level.
Okay, well, I don't like abuse.
Yeah, I feel like the US was going. It isn't as messy.
Okay.
Which I kind of find funny because there are definitely times where it should be.
Okay.
But everyone's like so nice.
So mature and nice.
Yeah. So everyone's like, I'm just going to respect your boundary and back away. And I'm like,
that's refreshing.
Yeah. So like, I liked it because I was like, this is nice.
Right. Yeah. Okay, the Mexico one is very messy. But it's funny because everyone is in their early 30s, not late 40s, but in their 30s. And I was like, everyone's gonna be so mature because they're in their 30s. That's what I would think. Yes. Yeah. They're not. Oh. I know. And the men, well, no, some women are also kind of they're all toxic.
Yeah. It's also like cultural values, I think, change everything.
Yes.
Because it's because how we grew up in Latin culture is very like the men do this, the girls do this, you act this way, you do, and I can see that would be interesting in a Love is Blind situation.
Yeah, and it's funny that you bring that up because there was this couple that the female, and she grew up in a very traditional household. Yeah. So she's like, the head of the household is a man. Yep. The women just tend to the husband, the wife. And the guy, he was like, well, in my household, it was 50-50. Yeah. Like, my mom provided for us economically and emotionally. Yeah. And that's what I expect in a marriage. And it's like, there was this clash. And it's like, not one isn't right or wrong. It's just different.
Yeah, that kind of happened in the UK because one of them is a Muslim girl who grew up with that sort of traditional ideology, and the other is a guy who I don't like for other reasons, but also
side note,
I'm not a fan. But he also was saying he wanted 50-50, and I don't understand how you make it so far when you have a clear difference.
No, and that's a huge difference.
So
it's not
big.
I like gum and you don't. You know what I mean?
Yes, exactly. I will never understand how they make it to the altar and then they're like, oh yeah, we never resolved that. And it's like, no, you didn't. Why did you propose?
Exactly. I feel like people think that's something you can easily overlook or change. Yes. And finances are so important.
That's your value.
Yeah. Yes.
And it's how you want to raise your kids is a completely different thing. Anyway, that's so far off topic. Okay, actually back to things.
I love this.
In terms of running a business, since your business. Since we last talked, what's been the biggest change for Breakfast Friend?
So the biggest change in Breakfast Friend, I feel like, since I talked to you, Breakfast Friend is now an LLC. Yeah.
Wait, it wasn't before? Wait, were you a registered business or no?
I wasn't. Girl, so I'm not promoting that. I just was not.
No, it's fine.
I was still paying taxes, okay, guys? But in a different way, I am.
No, it's confusing.
Yeah, it's so
I feel
confusing.
you.
And as an immigrant in this country, that's not something that you know. Like, oh,
Right,
you
yeah.
register your business like this or whatever. But I mean,
Yay!
yes, yeah, that's a huge,
Yay!
yes. I can have
That's
tax
great.
write-offs now.
Yes,
Yeah.
no, that's huge.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah, but other than that, I mean, there's been other things like I've gotten to work with other brands. I've made collaborations, which I know we'll get into that in a second. But I also started collaborating with friends because most of my friends are artists or creatives. So I'm very lucky in that sense that I get to, I don't know, work with them and we help each other create platforms to grow.
So what's one thing you got to collaborate on?
For example, are the bows and the scrunchies.
Yeah.
One of my friends, she's a homemaker, and she always had a dream to do wholesale accounts. And then, I mean, I'm at a smaller scale. I'm not Target or whatever, but we've like collaborated on hair accessories, what I make, and what I like, and like she makes them come to life, and collaborating.
Oh, that's amazing.
Yes, thank you.
That type of stuff that can like bring your ideas to reality. That's huge.
And then she sees the vision, and I see her value, and she sees my value. So I don't know. It's been very natural and like a nice collaboration. Yeah, she's a good collaborator.
That makes me happy. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Oh, and I had a question about it. So you've since gotten into scrunchies and rugs and various forms of jewelry. Are you still hand painting and hand making everything?
So I do hand paint all the paintings.
Still?
Yeah, me.
Wow.
Yes, I do them all by myself. I would
support
love
this brand because then you'll get an actual thing by her.
A real like original piece. Yeah, I know. I've looked into like getting like I don't want to.
Apprentice?
Yeah, like an apprentice assistant or something. But I need to learn how to let go.
I feel you. I relate to that.
Yeah, it's hard because I'm very hard on myself, but I'm not hard on others. And then I don't know why. I mean, that's good that I'm not too hard on others, but it's bad that I'm hard on myself. So I always expect like a level of not that they couldn't accomplish it. I don't want to come off that way, but I know what I like. Yeah. But it's like a thing about control. I need to let go to grow.
Yeah. But that'll be exciting whenever that does happen. Because I imagine it would be, you could start out slow and have like training before they do anything.
Right. Yeah.
And then, so but I can imagine that that's really hard because that's your name on it.
Right. Yeah. And I just like enjoy it so much. I enjoy painting so much. Like it truly fills my soul that I don't want to let go of that.
So it doesn't seem like it's hindering then. It seems like in your schedule you're able to have time to paint it all.
Yes. Well, but actually, so I forgot to mention something. So maybe I haven't let go of like painting, but like I said, my friend makes my scrunchies. Right. My other friend makes the scrunchies with the flower. My fiance's cousin makes the rugs. Like I've like delegated something, so I'm able to grow.
Okay, that's okay. So now you actually have time for the stuff you like.
Exactly.
And if you like it and you have time for it, then I wouldn't rush that away.
At the beginning, I was being so hard on myself. Like, I don't know where I got this idea that I just needed to do admin work. And I was like letting go of like things that I actually enjoyed. And I was like, wait, then why do this? Like, why have the business? So if I can still paint the purses and not make the other things, but employ others, then I in that way, so I'll do that.
No, it sounds like you have a great balance.
Thank you.
That's good that you're not like in my head you were doing scrunchy and this and that and everything, and that was like crazy. It was like,
I am crazy, but not that crazy.
Okay, so we've talked about collaborations. I want to talk about Fossil because I saw that you had gone into Fossil stores and were painting their wallets.
Yes.
I want to know, how did it come to be? What happened? How did it happen?
So that kind of happened because of the Whataburger thing. So
the Whataburger was first.
Whataburger was first.
Oh, well, let's go to that first. Okay, hold up.
I forgot to tell you about that, about the timeline.
That's so interesting because I saw, well, I guess I was just looking at the fries. My bad. Okay, but I am a
hilarious.
huge fan of Whataburger. For anyone who does not know, I am wildly allergic to everything on that menu except their fries. But I have been eating their fries since I was 7 years old, to the point that they have always known my order: large fries, small Coke, every time.
Love that.
And the moment I saw that you, painted, like, we're collaborating with Whataburger, but then did a fry purse, like, I need to know everything. And obviously that's later,
yes.
but how did that even come to be?
So, but let me backtrack a second.
Yeah, backtrack to...
Just, no, I'm going to ask you a question.
Oh, okay.
Spicy ketchup or regular ketchup?
I'm a regular ketchup person.
No!
I'm sorry. I'm allergic to everything, so my palate is literally so bland.
I mean,
me
it's okay.
and my grandmother eat the same thing.
I love
it's
that.
No,
No, but sometimes, like, the simpler is the better. Like,
well, I still think
simplest.
the fancy ketchup's like, it's like it's different. It's
Yes.
like fun.
Yeah.
But I won't turn my nose up at it. I've learned to have spicy ketchup.
Yeah.
When they never give me the original, but it's fine.
Like, I've had to try it.
Yeah, but I'm sorry.
No, but that means that if we go to Whataburger, we won't fight over the ketchup.
That's true too.
Yeah.
Yeah, because they always give one and the other.
Yes.
You'll have the spicy one. I'll have the
Yeah,
regular.
of
It's fine.
course.
It'll work.
Yeah,
work.
friends
And
forever.
you can have the burger. I'll have the fries.
Deal. I am such a burger girly, but I love fries. I love fries.
I like watching people eat because I can't eat anything. So I just like my boyfriend was like, wait,
You're like, my fiance, your boyfriend.
My boyfriend will like let me order for him if I'm like, oh, I'm in the mood for sushi. Just to, like, I don't know.
Yeah.
So I live vicariously through people.
I
so
love
it's
that.
fun.
I love that. That's so cute. I don't know why I love asking people what they ate. And I think that's my fascination behind food, and that's why I paint food all the time. But I always
So
love
cute,
to.
though.
I feel like you get to know people through food. I don't know.
Yeah, it's so culturally important, and also in
100%.
America, people eat like everything, so it's
Yes.
interesting to kind of know where they fall into.
Exactly.
Have you ever like not liked something that someone said and been like, "Wow, you ate that"?
I don't know, unless I'm like, I can't think of something that I would be like, that's gross. But I feel like in the Mexican culture, we eat, I don't want to call it gross because I would never talk about food like that. But I feel like we eat
Something you don't like.
every part of the animal, like
Oh,
of a
yeah,
cow.
yeah.
And I would rather not know where like a certain
I feel you.
meat came from. So I'll just eat it and
Just eat it blind.
yeah. One thing I don't like is tripas, which is like cow intestine.
Oh.
That's something I don't like.
Yeah, that's fair. Again, I'm allergic to everything, so the concept of it is not great to me.
Yeah, no. And if I think about it too hard, it does gross me out. Although I know most all Mexicans love tripas.
And it's hard. It's just the concepts of like eating animals. And
I know. Yeah, if I
stuff.
think about it too long, I'm like, I don't want to eat this.
No, but it's good. It's
Yeah.
good. Keep eating it. But Whataburger.
Yeah, Whataburger. Yeah.
How did you get started in Whataburger?
Okay, so Whataburger reached out to me actually.
Really?
Yes, which
Okay, I know you have a big following, but how did they like? Was it based off like your purses or like?
Yes, yeah, based off breakfast friend. They've one of the teammates just saw my Instagram,
so cool.
which I was like, my Instagram? Like to this day, I'm like, how did
you get that team?
Yes,
purse?
exactly.
Like
which
that's so cool.
I know, honestly, yeah, it's like a pinch me moment for me. But so that I try to think about that moment, and whenever I feel weird about posting, sometimes like I'm like, I don't know.
You don't know who's watching.
Exactly. You never know who's watching.
Yeah.
So I'm like, post your painting, your whatever you're making or writing, or I say post it because you don't need 1,000 people looking at it. You just need the one person to look at it.
Yeah.
So I always try to think about that.
So what did they ask you to create?
So it was actually last year when I first worked with them, and they reached out because they have a Whataburger museum, and it lives online, but they actually have their little museum at their headquarters in San Antonio.
Oh,
I know.
Oh, wait, that's cool.
Yes, yeah, but I don't know if the public can access it, but you can see all the artwork on their Instagram.
Oh,
That's
okay,
like
okay.
how they show it to the public.
Mm.
I actually need to look into that because it would be cool to see
Yeah.
all the pieces. I don't know. I might be spreading
Misinformation.
Yes.
So you may or may not be able to go.
Exactly. I don't know. Don't quote me. I don't work for Whataburger.
Yeah. But they asked you to create stuff for the museum?
Yes, for the museum, but it was for Hispanic Heritage Month. Yes.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
So what I saw, I don't think was the first thing you created.
No, that was like the second, and I've worked with them 3 times now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what was the first thing you made?
So the first thing, I made a purse, which similar to the shape of the ones that you have, but I made it into like the wrapper of their Whataburger, and with all the stickers, you know, like when you like add jalapenos or something, you get the little custom stickers. And I just dedicated it to my mom. So the stickers have my mom's order. Like she likes bacon and she likes jalapenos and things like that and cheese. So I like added that.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
That's really
Thank
special.
you. Yeah.
So that collaboration has continued on then.
Yeah, so I thought that was that.
Yeah.
And I was like, that's amazing.
Yeah.
I got to work
So
with
cool.
Whataburger, and my entire family in Mexico, they're all like huge fans of Whataburger. So, right? I'm like,
Yeah.
they know what's good.
Yeah.
So every time they come from Mexico to visit Texas, they like first or last stop, or sometimes both, they go to Whataburger.
Mm-hmm.
So they're all like, I cannot believe. They like, that was like, it's like I made it, like type of thing.
That was you winning a Grammy.
Exactly.
Working with Whataburger.
That was my Oscar. Yeah,
so cool.
Yeah. No, to this date, I'm like, wow, that's like I never even thought that would be possible. Like I didn't even know that was an option. Like to work with Whataburger,
and in that way too is like
Exactly.
Whataburger's kind of killing it, because that's cool that they would want you to create like an art piece and purse type thing. That's
yes, yeah, 100%. And they treat artists so well.
Yeah.
So I'll
that
give them
makes me
that.
so happy.
Yes, yeah. And then the fry purse that you're talking about, it was for a Whataburger employee appreciation. So like they raffled it off.
I was gonna ask where it is. I wanted one.
I mean, I can paint one for you.
I would pay you. Like,
Well, and you guys don't know, but Cami got some slippers, Whataburger slippers.
Yes. Oh, okay. I can put a picture. Yeah.
Please
for my birthday, I got Whataburger official merch. That is like their French fry slippers, and I've never felt so loved and seen.
No, those are perfect.
So and it was like that happened, and then like 2 days later, you posted your fry picture. Like,
I know, and I was like, how? Like, and then I went to their website because I was like, I need them because I didn't know those existed.
They're really cute.
Sold out.
Really?
Out.
I'm sorry
So
about it.
you have a collector's item.
There's a Whataburger item. Sorry about it. So how did that lead to Fossil?
So, okay.
Was it the purse or was it the first one?
The first one.
Oh, okay.
They saw that I collaborated with Whataburger, and Fossil in San Antonio. So where they were reopening a store. Like they moved locations, whatever.
Oh, okay,
it was
yeah.
like the grand opening of like a new location, and they're like, you did that for Whataburger, can you work with us now? I'm like, what? Yes, yeah. And after that, I got to work with Yeti.
Wait, I don't even know about that one.
I'm like, did I not post about that?
No, you might have.
Okay.
I
No, not that you should like check, but I was like, sometimes I'm bad at documenting my work because I'm like,
you're in
it.
Yeah.
Exactly. So it was probably me.
Wait, what did you do for Yeti?
So similar to Fossil, where I was there for like 4 hours.
Oh, I did see this. No. I remember. You posted it. You posted it. Don't worry.
I was like, oh my God. That's me not to post something.
A major collaboration. You just
go.
never acknowledge it.
I'm also really bad at taking compliments about my work, so I'm sorry if I'm awkward about it. But
No,
I'm
you're
like,
good. You're good.
Fossil saw what I did with Whataburger, then Yeti saw what I did with Fossil, so they invited me. I'm like, who wants to invite me next?
So for Fossil, from my understanding, you were invited to paint, like everyone could buy a wallet and then you would paint it with like, there were different paintings you could do. Did anyone ask you to do like a custom one?
They could only pick from those
Oh,
items.
okay.
Yeah.
I know one was a boot because it was
Yeah,
that was the
yeah,
one
yeah.
I would have gotten. That's cute.
Yeah, it was like Texas themed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what was Yeti's?
also Texas themed, but
Cool.
I did different paintings, so they like each had their own.
Was it like Yeti in the Domain or?
Yeah, Yeti. Well, no, not. It was in San Antonio. So Yeti
okay.
in La Cantera.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
That's cool.
Yeah.
Did you get like a Yeti thing? Did they give you something?
Yeah, so I'm a cap girl. I love cappuccinos. So they gave me like a cappuccino Yeti cup.
Wow.
Yeah, and they like gave me like a little goodie bag and whatnot.
Okay,
yeah.
I was like, what'd you get from Whataburger?
Money.
Okay, I guess they wouldn't give you a burger and be like, here we go.
Yeah, but you know what? They gave me, I'm like, money? No, they gave.
I mean, yeah, they paid you for your work, yeah.
Yeah, they all paid me, so that's
right,
good. Yeah,
right,
yes. Yeah. Putting it out there.
Get a good.
But I think for Whataburger and for the employee appreciation bag that I painted, of course they paid me for that, but they also gave me like a PR box. And it was so cool. Yeah.
Oh, and Whataburger PR goes hard. Like that's so cool.
It really does. I got a really cool tumbler that it looks like it has stickers on it, but it's like been printed on it. Like so they won't wash off.
Oh.
I'm like, I love this. I'll have to show it to you later.
That's so cool. Okay, so many of your designs are inspired by your culture, your paintings. I do want to ask about the sardines. Is that culturally related, or is that an aesthetic thing? Because I've seen the sardine rugs, the sardine purses.
They're like or like, well, now it's everywhere, but like everywhere in Breakfast Friends.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know why I grew up eating a lot of things since I was little. Like I love like oysters.
Oh, that's okay.
I love oysters. I love. Why am I thinking of all these things in Spanish? Aceitunas.
Tuna? Tuna rolls?
Not tuna. It's the green ones. Olives. I love olives.
Oh, that's not a fish. Okay, olives, yeah.
They do. It does sound like tuna.
I'm sorry.
Tuna. No, it's fine. But like I've always liked like grown up like flavors.
Yeah,
like, since
as
I
a
was
kid,
little.
yeah.
Like raw sushi.
That's interesting.
Capers, like things like that. So I didn't grow up eating like sardines, but I did eat tinned fish. So I don't know, it just I work like as an artist, and even with my purses like deals with like memory through food, and like how we relate to food and how we carry our culture with food, and like how we prepare things, or like how we live our every day. So that's why sardines, but also because they're pretty and I like their packaging.
They're really cute.
Yeah,
it's
they're
like
very cute.
Aesthetically pleasing.
Yes, yeah. And have you ever had sardines? Oh, you can't.
You
can't have sardines?
No.
Oh, well, they're very salty. So there's like
imagine.
not much to it.
It's just salt.
That's salty. It's like they're good. They have protein, I guess, but
they look cool.
Yeah, they look
I feel
cool.
like I would like a sardine.
Yes, yeah, I think so too.
So many of your designs are inspired by your culture, but how like important has it been for you having these major brands investing in you and in Hispanic Heritage Month, knowing that you're a Latina brand that like is very upfront about that?
Yeah, I feel so honored to have for these brands to give me a platform to showcase like what a contemporary Latina is into, and like how I highlight my culture like through food. Because like I said previously, I do think that especially immigrants, like you don't live in your hometown or in your home country, but you carry your like traditions and food with you, and food has always been very important for me. There's also a lot of cooks and pastry chefs and whatnot in my family, so that's how I honor them. So the fact that multi-millionaire brands, or I don't even know how to say it, like multi-million, like
huge brands,
huge brands, like the fact that huge brands are giving me the platform, that means a lot. So I need to take advantage of that and like celebrate where I come from.
That's just it just makes me so happy. So I did want to ask, so your brand does a lot of custom work. What's the most unique thing you've been requested to draw or that you've painted?
So I don't know if it's like unique, but I always think about this one commission that this customer, she asked for me to paint the chilaquiles her mom makes for her every Sunday. So I just thought that was so on brand for me and like what my art is about. So it is unique because no one has asked for chilaquiles ever ever. That was like the one and only. But I know it's like common for, I guess, people to eat them. But I just like love how she's honoring her mom and her culture. And she's like, this is something I want to preserve and have with me and carry with me. And I just like, I love that because that's what Breakfast Friend is about. And then so cool. I know it was like to this day I'm like that's one of them.
That's really emotional. That's
it's very special. Yes, yeah, I totally agree. Yeah, it was a very special moment. And then the fact that she picked me to do it, I always think about that. Another personalized item that I offer is, as you know, pet portraits.
Yep.
And that's also something that I just think it's so lovely and something that I feel so special that I get to paint, because sometimes, or most of the time, I would say that the pets that I do paint, they're deceased or like have passed away since. So I love animals and pets. I mean, I have 3 dogs and they're everything to me or for me. Yeah. And the fact that people like trust me enough to paint.
Oh my God, it's gonna be emotional. Yes, yeah.
I'm like, why am I gonna cry?
I know.
No, but pets are little angels on earth, and the fact that they let me like commemorate them in that way, I just feel so special. And again, a purse is something you carry with you everywhere you go. It's like your like companion. So pets are your little companions too. Just when we wanna cry.
Yes, no, it's just. Okay, so after our interview, she knows this because she did it. I ordered one of her pet portraits for a purse that looks like that, but it's in yellow for my mom. Mm-hmm. You don't know that. So those 2 animals were our lovely Hunter and Crystal. They were our very cute little dogs that we had for 15 years. They were childhood, like everything. It's hard to encapsulate how much family means to you and their family.
Yes.
But my mom, when they passed, she wanted like a painting so badly of them. Uh-huh. And my cousin, I'm not going to put her on blast. she said she would make it because she likes painting. Uh-huh. So for like years, my mom waited. And at this point, we kind of realized, okay,
it's not going to happen.
It's not going to happen.
I've been that cousin, though. I understand where you're like, I'll paint it.
Yeah. It's hard. And it's also hard because she wanted them to look like them, and
no, it's like, a huge job. Yes, and it's a lot of pressure.
It is. And so when we met, I was like, oh my gosh, I can gift her this. I can gift her like a painting that I know your talent like will look like them, will have their like spirit and everything.
Thank you.
And I gave it to her for Christmas, and she cried, and she loves it.
And that makes me so happy.
It was really meaningful because she had like wanted a painting for like years.
And now she got a painting and a purse.
Yeah. And it's like good quality. I love how you use a specific like leather or something.
Yes.
And it's very nice.
Thank you.
Very great.
That makes me so happy.
Yeah, you make the coolest things.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, it was not gonna cry, but it was really nice.
Oh, no, thank you for gifting me that opportunity, truly. Like pet portraits for me are like something so dear and close to my heart that I just feel so special that people even trust me to do that. So thank you for being one of those people that have trusted me.
Because it is big. You're like putting their personality and making sure you get their eyes and the crinkle that they used to have, and that's tough.
The amount of times that I like redo dogs or cats' eyes, I could not tell you, because I'm like, this is not, I'm looking at the picture and that's not showing like how like they look at you. I don't know how to say it in English, but like la mirada, like how just like their stare, I guess. Like
there's like a love in the eyes that you have to capture.
Yeah, so I time and time again, not to like, me, but people, they're like, you capture their eyes so well, and that like that fills my heart, because I take especially a long time.
Is that like the part where you're like, okay, I can't put on reality TV, I have to like
lock
in.
That's like, don't talk to me, no music, I'm just like painting, because I feel like, I mean, this is not a new thought, and I didn't come up with this, but that the eyes are like a window to their soul, like to everyone's soul, to any living creature. So I'm like, I need to get that right. Yeah.
Yeah, and you do.
Thank you.
And I want to end it on a fun question.
Okay.
If you could choose any celebrity to style, who would it be, and what Breakfast Friend accessory, purse, jewelry, or rug would you give them?
Oh my God, can it be?
It can be anyone.
Anyone? Mm-hmm. Fictional too?
Living, dead, fictional, whatever.
Okay, who would it be?
PETA. No. I'm sorry. I just love the Hunger Games.
From the Hunger Games? He is my crush.
He's everything. PETA in the books. I'm sorry.
I didn't read the book.
The books. He's like very flirty in the books in a way that he is like not in the movies.
Well, I think he's a little flirty, but maybe I've always had a thing for Josh Hutcherson.
He's so gorgeous.
He's gorgeous.
I don't know if you've seen Five Nights at Freddy's. I watched it almost solely for him.
What is that?
It's like a horror movie.
Oh, I can't do horror.
Oh, yeah.
I'm such a scaredy cat.
No, I was gonna say it's not that scary. It's I wouldn't watch it, but he looks like specifically really pretty, and I was like, wow. I was like, yeah, there was a reason I liked you as a kid. Yeah.
I love that, but let me think about it.
Yeah, really think about a celebrity.
Style someone. Well, I know who I would like to style. Betsy Johnson. She's just so fun. She's one of my idols. I aspire to be like her. And
I see it. Yeah. She would love it.
Yeah, I feel like I'm much more tame than she is, but because she's like fully herself, and it's like, I don't know, like she just celebrates her uniqueness, and I just like love funky, unique statement accessories. So I would love to style her.
Oh my gosh, that would be so cool. That's someone that I feel like I feel like she would love it. Like she would be like so down.
Yes, she would, and she would let me. Yeah. But yeah, I think that would be it.
That's cool.
Yeah, she's my idol.
That's a good one. I don't know. This question is not for me.
No, I was gonna ask you, like, is there someone you would like to
The
style?
only thing I could think of is like, okay, I could think of two things. One, the obvious one, but like Taylor Swift and make a charm bracelet for her.
Yeah.
Like a friendship bracelet. Because I just feel like that's so, like, obviously.
Yeah, an iconic,
But then I was thinking of, like, K-pop groups, and I feel like it'd be so sick if just, like, one of the girl K-pop groups all had, like, this backpack or, like, this purse or something. I just feel like it'd be, like, oh, like, it would just, like, really, like, hit in, like, a music video or something.
Yeah, that's what I was picturing. Yeah. But, yeah, I'm like, can I copy your answers too? No. I'm like, I want to style everyone.
Everyone's life could be better with Breakfast Friend. I'm just saying.
What she said.
So what's next for Breakfast Friend? Is there anything coming down in the pipeline? Thank you for being here and everything. This is the last actual question.
Thank you. No, so like I mentioned, I feel like Breakfast Friend is an extension of myself. So I'm also an exhibiting artist. I'm a working artist. So I applied to an art residency. So I'll be gone for 5 weeks. I'll be down at the border in Bronzeville for 5 weeks. So it's my second residency ever, and I'm very excited about that.
Wait, what is that? Does that mean you get like what does that mean?
So
I'm not an art person.
No, I'm glad you asked. So a residency, I'll try my best.
Does that mean like a gallery?
Well, no. It's like you actually stay somewhere, and you're there for X amount of time to just create work. You're like, not 24/7, but like 24/7.
So it's kind of like a sabbatical type thing.
Yes, yeah.
You're there for creating.
And then depending on the residency, sometimes they pay you. They give you like room and board and like a studio to work at. Like it all depends. There's like all kinds of residencies. So, but this one, it's in the border. I mean, I'm from Mexico, grew up there, but I also grew up in the border when I moved to the U.S. So I love that I get to work there as an adult. Yeah. So I'm excited.
That's amazing.
Yeah,
that's so cool.
Thank you.
Do you have any ideas for like what you want to try to do? Or are you just going to feel?
Yeah, I don't know yet. I do not know yet. And it's till October, so I'll be like there beginning of October through beginning of November.
Nice.
But more directly with Breakfast Friend, right now I'm just working on new purse styles. So I'm excited about that. But yeah, I'm excited. I don't know.
Well, outside of what's new for Breakfast Friend, what's new for you?
New for me, I've been in Austin for a year now.
Yeah.
But it still feels like I'm living in Austin and San Antonio because I always
you go back and forth a lot.
And I got engaged.
It's so beautiful.
Thank you. He did a good job.
Crazy.
And I also turned 30, and I was freaking out about
Were you
30.
actually?
Yes. I don't know why.
Did you think you would be before? Did you like know?
No, I never cared about age. But
that's what scares me. I'm like, what if I have a panic attack?
I almost had one. Like a month before, I was like, 30 sounds like you're not like a girly pop in her 20s.
I know.
Yes.
I'm like, you're not like a teenage girl in my 20s.
It's okay. Yes, yeah, you're 30. Like, it sounds more official, I guess. If that makes sense.
But you look, okay, you literally look like 23.
Thank you.
24 like max, so it's actually crazy.
Well,
but
thanks. I've been using a lot of sunblock.
I have to. I do not use sunblock.
Well, especially in Texas.
I know.
There's so much sun.
I
But
know.
yeah, I was freaking out, but then I turned 30 and like all these like big life-changing things happened, good and bad. Now I think they're all good. In the moment, maybe not so good, but
Yeah.
I mean, positive things like I got engaged 2 months after turning 30. And I feel like you feel more yourself. And people say that, and I'm like, that is so cheesy, and like, I didn't believe it, but you like become more confident, and I
You're an adult. You got yourself to this point. You have a business. It's an LLC officially.
Oh yeah, it's an LLC, tax write-offs.
So everything is so cool. I'm so beyond.
Don't sue me, because now you can sue me, I guess.
Oh,
or I guess you could always sue.
Yeah, I think they could sue you as a person.
Just don't do it.
It's not nice.
It's not nice. It's not demure.
It's not cutesy.
It's not cutesy.
Thank you so much for being here. I have
you.
loved talking to you.
Me
like
too.
you said, like we could talk literally forever.
For hours.
Yeah. But you are always the best person to be on here. Thank you for sharing your story and your light.
I'm like, don't die on me.
Oh my God. I almost saw the light. Okay.
I'm like, please, not right now. Maybe after you turn 30. Just kidding. Never. No. Maybe when you're 100.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Way down there.
Yes.
So, but thank you for sharing your light and your love and your positivity.
thank you.
You are just the sweetest.
Oh, likewise.
And where can everyone find you?
Everyone can find me on Instagram and TikTok. I'm at Breakfast Friend or at Barbara Minarro on Instagram. And I have a website too, and it's breakfastfriend.shop. I have a blog, and I also have my shop there. And likewise, thank you so much, Cami. I since the first time I met you, we instantly clicked.
Yeah.
So I was so down to have my first podcast interview. For you to be my first one, that means a lot.
No, I'm so happy. I've never felt more comfortable. More
Thank
happy.
you.
And so
Likewise.
I hope you guys all enjoyed this episode of Conversando. Very special thank you to Barbara for being here, for sharing her story, and make sure to follow her on all social media.
Please.
And also and I'll see you on the next Conversando. Adios.
Adiós, bye, gracias.